boom, bubble, bust, boom, bubble, bust. It's what markets do. It's good to have a strategy here because this is a 4-year cycle.
Hi, welcome back to the Financial Fox, investing and innovation ideas with a twist. This is Steffy, and today I just had a great conversation with one of the top, I would say that because it's kind of like Nostradamus of crypto, Clem Chambers, British investor and CEO of ADVFN and Online Blockchain. So it was a great conversation. We talk about the Bloody Wednesday in Cryptoland, and we discuss what's happening basically in the crypto market, which is actually going for a crash rather than just, doing a dip and just coming back up. So for anybody that is interested in trading and investing in crypto, you should really watch this video because Clem has got years and years experience of trading and investing in the stock market, and also he call everything that is happening in crypto. Before we go into the episode, remember that I'm not a financial advisor and all the content here is only for informational purposes. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please click the subscribe button and follow us on social media to stay up to date with our latest interviews and news. Hi, Clem, how are you?
I'm great, thank you. How about you, Steffy?
I'm fine. So I want to talk about the Bloody Wednesday.
Bloody Wednesday? Is that what they're calling it?
Exactly, in Cryptoland. And I don't know what Thursday is going to bring, but it looks like, we are... you talk about the head and shoulder type of chart that Bitcoin has been drawing. It looks like we are trending down now.
No, I don't call it head and shoulders. I don't do anything. I don't follow all the clever stuff. I just go, oh, it's going up. Oh, it stopped going up. Oh, it's going sideways. Oh, it's going to go down. I mean, I like to keep it really, really simple. And all you have to do really is look at 2017. And you can see the chart pretty much is repeating itself, has repeated itself. And what's more, when Bitcoin peaked or made that top, whether it's a head and shoulders, whatever you want to call it, Ethereum went bang, just like it did in 2017. The charts are almost photographically the same. I mean, you look at the two and you go, that's incredible. So once you've made that link, you've got a choice. Oh, well, I don't believe in charts. No, it's just coincidence. And as the inspector says, I don't believe in coincidences. And, I've been saying for some time that, it's the peak. Now, it must be said, I got out of 32,000. Because that was the first run. That really was 2017. And then the institutions came in. But what I did was I jumped into DeFi, where rather than there being a sort of 100% uplift, which is amazing, you're talking about 4s and 5s and 10x's. And things like Matic. And I was telling people to buy Matic. In fact, I did a Forbes article and Matic was 11 cents, saying, hey, I'm out of Bitcoin and all that stuff. I'm playing in DeFi, things like Matic at 11 cents. Well, maybe 2 days ago, it's £2.80, $2.80. Yeah, I bought it at 3 cents. And I have to admit, I sold it at 17. But, 5.5 times your money. I'll have that all day long. And, I went searching for my doggy coin. I had 1.2 million doggy coins 3 or 4 years ago. I thought, maybe I've still got them. But actually, I turned them into Bitcoin. And the Bitcoin went from, 5 or 6,000 to 32,000. So I made 5x rather than, 12x. So you can't really complain about that. You can't really go, oh, if only I'd hold my doggy coin. Oh. And, yesterday, I think even last night, Bitcoin hit where I sold out. And when I went to play in DeFi, I de-risked. So I was only playing with 25%. But when you start playing with 5x's and 10x's, and I had a whole load of low stuff, things like Trism, things like Rarible, and I got out of them at their top, and then they came down and went to nothing already. So it's only Matic that went and made a fool of me. So you have to be very sensible. You have to realize you're not going to get the top, and you're not going to get the bottom of these huge waves. So, as far as I'm concerned, when it hit 65, it could have gone to 100,000. And by the way, if anybody wants to check up that I'm not being Captain Hindsight, you can read all my stuff on our Forbes. There it is, Clem Chambers, Forbes, Bitcoin. You'll see it all going back. And you'll see me calling it up from, 6,000, 7,000, all the way up to 32, where I say, bye, I'm going off to DeFi. And then, of course, DeFi went bang, exploded. And then I was saying, I'm out of DeFi now. It's still all too scary for me. So, and also talking about NFTs. So anyway, I've been saying, and the day before yesterday, the day before the crash, I posted on Secret Alpha, it's a crash, run away, pretty much. And, I think a couple 100,000 people read that article when it happened. And I'm still calling it down. It's all over. This turn is all over. And it's going to go down. Sorry.
Where do you think it's going to go? Where do you see kind of like the bottom or the consolidation of the lowest point? Let's call it that way.
Well, all my friends are teasing me by calling me Nostradamus, but I don't have crystal balls, so I can't say, it's going down to 12,372. I think it's plausible, that it's going to go down to 12, 13,000. I will start buying under 20. Now, the thing is, it's good to have a strategy here, because this is a 4-year cycle. And I should stop saying this, because everybody will get on board that idea, and then it won't happen because everyone will be preempting it. But it's a 4-year cycle, and you've got plenty of time. It's probably going to take 6-9 months, maybe a year, to get to the low. Yeah, and it's going to go, yeah, and I was going to say, it's going up now, yeah, it's going back, no. Yeah, it's in a bear now, and it will keep going in a bear until it hits the bottom, and it will go flat. It won't bounce. It won't do a V-shaped bottom. It's unlikely to. And it'll just dibble, 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 dibble. And when you hear everybody going, Bitcoin, what a load of rubbish, what a load of rubbish. I lost my shirt. I shouldn't have done it. I bought the top. So it's rubbish. It's a scam. Blood on me. It's finished. It's over. Never going to come back. That's when you want to be buying. And that will be under 20,000. And then it'll get quiet, and then it'll be quiet. And then it'll probably fall some more. And then, bang, 3.5 years' time, it'll go whoosh. And everyone will go, what's that? What's that? What's that? And they're all buying at the top again.
Clem, you mentioned about institution buying, and I just wanted to pick up your brain, hear your thought about
Pick up my brain. Did I drop it?
Exactly. Elon Musk show. Come on.
I thought you said institutional, not should be in an institution.
That is not an institution, but it was kind of he always get on the bandwagon.
Look, he should be in an institution for sure.
So how do you see, it's a show, because I have to call it a show, because it just come on the bandwagon when something is a trend, but it's not there to the mainstream, and he just try to be the one that is pushing it mainstream.
Look, if Bitcoin's price is determined by a genius who lands rockets backwards on floating barges from space, then it's really not fit to be the global currency now, is it? But of course, it's nothing to do with that. As I keep saying to people, if you yodel in the Alps and cause an avalanche, yeah, you'll probably take the blame, but it's the snow that caused the avalanche. It's the snow for the last 5 months that caused the avalanche, and something will set it off. And people dash for personification. It's him, he did it. It wasn't me, I didn't do it. They did it, it's them. It's a conspiracy, it's the institutions, and so on and so forth. It isn't. It's the general underlying drivers that make these things happen. And Bitcoin went up, bubbled, didn't it? So it bubbled and it busted. Boom, bubble, bust, boom, bubble, bust. It's what markets do, don't they? Is anyone going to say they don't? Yeah, things just don't go up and keep going up. They never do. And if it went up to 100,000, it will bust anyway. If it went up to 200,000, it will bust anyway. It's not going to go to 1 million in a straight line and then suddenly go, stop. Boom, bubble, bust.
So you think there is chance that on the next cycle is going to go to 100 or perhaps above 100? Because there are people that have got a target of 1 million, but...
Could happen. So that's going to take another 12 years or something like that.
Okay.
Remember, Apple went up 1,000 times. It was equivalent of 17 cents when it was at its low in 1997, 8, whenever it was. And now it's gone up 1,200 times, might even be more, 1,000 times. But it took 20 years. Yeah. So, let's just say the audience for Bitcoin is a very mixed bag. There's not very many old hands. There's plenty of platinum hands, diamond hands, but there's not many old hands. And like the old saying goes, there's old pilots and bold pilots, but no old bold pilots. It's like today, Trainline, which is an English company that sells train tickets, got gazumped by the government, who said, we're going to sell train tickets now. So their price collapsed, 20% down. I looked at it and I went, yeah, it's got to go 30%. So I sold a truck and I shorted it. And it went down to 26%. And I put an order in at 302 and it hit 302, but it only took like 5 shares out of all the ones I shorted. And it went back up again. And I went, okay, that's enough. Bang, I got out, made a nice profit. Came back to 302. But for every time it comes back to 302, it'll go to £4. So, when you play high risk games, you've really got to play safe. And you've really got to have belt and braces, and you've really got to have, your crampons on and your hooks and your safety equipment, because risk is danger. And, crypto is very dangerous, very, 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 very sketchy. And of course, in a bubble, everybody's a genius. And in a crash, everybody's a fool. And it's a crash now.
Yeah, well, I'm curious to see all these Bitcoiners, on social media. They keep saying, oh, I'm buying the dip now. There are so many people there. They think they can actually live only on Bitcoin, right? And,
well, look,
and that will be interesting to see.
Buying the dip, okay, you buy the dip. You don't buy the crash, not until it's over.
That's the point. That's the highlight, really.
I think that we're going to see a crash now, and then we'll see the 4-year cycle run again.
Clem, thank you so much. That was an amazing interview.
That's my pleasure.
Also, I wanted to say this video is only a part of the conversation that I had with Clem Chambers. And we actually, in the longer conversation, we discuss many other aspects, such as NFTs, we discuss DeFi, we discuss energy consumption in crypto, we talk about gold, and obviously we talk about investing and trading strategies. So make sure that you go on our podcast channel and check out the long interview with one of the top expert in equity market and in crypto as well, Clem Chambers.